I mean, like, I don't really know um, how I can really start this video, honestly. Um, I mean, obviously, like, what can we say about what has happened in the past few days? I mean, like, it's bad enough that it's 9/11, but I feel like this was worth addressing. Obviously, I've been gone for a while, but I don't want to make this about me. This is about what's been happening in the past few days with just the sheer insanity that has been going on here in America for the past few days. For those that don't know, yesterday, Charlie Kirk was assassinated while giving a speech at a university in Utah. This man was very violently taken from us for just speaking his mind, which is not right. That's just pure insanity. I think even the governor in Utah said it was a political thing, which, I mean, people are going to try to say that it's political, and maybe at the root of it, it was, but at the same time, this is just pure insanity. Like, let's call this for what it is: insanity. Man literally being harshly taken from us for simply speaking his mind. Like, how is that fair? How is that logical? In what sane, rational society where people have two brain cells to rub together is that a normal thing? That's not the America that I know and love. And it's bad enough that he had to be hurt. And just to further add a little bit more about uh, Charlie for a moment. Charlie is a man that I had heard about throughout the years, but he was never a man that I followed avidly. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Adamantly, that's the word, adamantly on social media. He's a man that I viewed very similarly to Ben Shapiro, a man that I would listen to every great now and then. Now, of course, I am subscribed to Ben Shapiro, but I don't listen to everything that he says, and I don't even agree with everything that Ben says. But Mr. Kirk was a guy that I would see on TV every great now and then. He's a guy that I would see pop up on social media every great now and then. And he just seemed like a normal commentator, no different than a lot of other people out there. Obviously, the man was a very devout Christian, and I'm pretty obviously he was a very big conservative. But yet, at the heart of it all, he was an American. He was a patriot. And just the fact that he was slain for speaking his thoughts, like, that's not right. No different than somebody on YouTube speaking their thoughts about something. He never called for violence. He never called for people to be butchered or any of that dumb crap. Anything. He was just a man speaking his thoughts. And may our thoughts and prayers be with Charlie, anything, and maybe it may be with his wife, his family, the people that knew him on a personal level, other relatives, because now his kids have to grow up without a dad. Anything. It's not just with Charlie. I mean, obviously, the thing with Charlie is the kind of main thing that's been blowing up in the past 2 days or so. But also, there was an incident that happened literally last month that was not addressed to the American public, at least not until about a month later, with a brutal attack that happened on a young woman in North Carolina, my neighboring state. like my neighboring state, for those that don't know. She was 23 years old. I believe her name was Iranya. Iranya, I believe was her first name. What was her last name? Zarutska. Iranya Zarutska. I believe, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And if I'm not, I sincerely apologize. I really apologize for that. She was a Ukrainian refugee coming home from work, just minding her own business, and then she just gets brutally stabbed by a lunatic that had been arrested 14 prior times. 14 times this man had been arrested, put in jail, let out. This man's own mother said that she did not want him to be out on the streets and that she didn't even want to be around him. The guy also is a diagnosed schizophrenic, and he has a history of being violent. And yet this man was allowed to be walking the streets, and he hurt and wound up taking this woman's life for no reason at all. I made a community post about these events yesterday, and obviously with it being 9/11, it probably may have been better to make something about commitment to 9/11, obviously, which we all are obviously going to do. But I think just with the events that have been happening recently, I just felt like it was worth addressing. And I think, like, I just thought this was something worth addressing, that we got to do better about this. Like, as fellow Americans, as fellow Christians, like, this cannot be tolerated. This kind of evil, this kind of crime. Two people just living their lives. Two people just living their lives. Young people. She was 23. Charlie was 31. I'm only 27. So, like, they're roughly around my age. I'm closer to Charlie's age, but these are just young people, young adults. I think Charlie was taken for speaking his mind. Iranya was taken for no reason at all. I mean, obviously, you could argue that both of the reasons that these people were taken from us are bullcrap. At the root of it, it is bullcrap. But we got to do better. I think the bottom line root of what I'm trying to get across with this video, I don't even know if I'm even going to be able to post this today. I'll try to post it if I can get it to post. I haven't done this in a while. We got to do better. Like, but may our thoughts and prayers be with Charlie. Like, even if you didn't agree with this man on everything that he had to say, this was not a man that ever incited violence. This is a man that was literally calling on Americans to speak their minds, to engage in conversation, to literally have healthy discussion. That is what this man was doing. What he was doing is probably no different than what a lot of other social media influencers do. They're literally speaking their mind. People say, oh, well, he said things that people didn't agree with. So that's an excuse to try to attack the poor man? Like, even my brother said that he's probably the last guy that he thought would have been having someone go after him. And that's where, like, again, speaking your mind now gets you in trouble. How, like, dude, that's not a free society. Dude, that's not even the First Amendment. We gotta do better than anything. Hopefully the man that did this to Kirk is apprehended and he's brought to justice. Utah's governor says that the death penalty is absolutely going to be pursued and to be considered. I agree. I don't even live in Utah, but I stand by whatever choice that they want to be pursuing at the moment. Um, I may our thoughts and prayers be with Charlie. May he be in our thoughts. May we give our prayers to his wife, his children, his family, and the rest of his friends and the people that knew him on a personal level. May our thoughts and prayers be with Iranya and for her friends and family, her co-workers, anyone that worked with her and knew her on a personal level. And obviously respect and pray for the people with it being 9/11. But I felt like just since all of these events were happening in such close tangent with one another that I felt like it was just worth addressing. Like we gotta do better. This is insanity. I never thought I'd be making a video like this per se, but here I am. We gotta do better. That's pretty much it. Thank you all. Um, Pray for Charlie, pray for Iranya and all of their relatives, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Good night.